Honorable Men Discord, Banking While Black 2, starring Gillie the Kid. Let's talk about it. All right, I want to say last year I shot an episode called Banking While Black. That's part 1. It was featuring a doctor who, upon graduating medical school, she was given a check and she went to the bank to try to open an account with the check. She was not trying to cash the check. She was merely trying to start in a brand new account with the check. When she went to the bank, there was resistance for accepting the check because the teller or the CSR didn't feel comfortable accepting the check. Although the doctor explained the nature of the check, she also informed the CSR that she just recently graduated and she's a doctor. But for whatever reason, that CSR thought the doctor was potentially lying or committing fraud. Now here we go with part 2 of Banking While Black. Now when I did the first episode with the doctor, I had someone in the comments basically trying to accuse me of making it about race. You know, here's the thing. Here we are with episode 2, and I will do an episode 3, by the way. Here we are with episode 2, and this is with Gillie the Kid. A familiar face for some. I'm not gonna say he's a familiar face for everyone. All right, so he's not a celebrity on the level of The Rock or Tyrese Gibson, or you could just continue naming people that are celebrities per se. But the reason why I'm doing this episode is because one thing that we're not going to do, respectfully, is be a non-black male or a non-black female telling a black male or a black female that what they experienced wasn't racism. Unless you've actually lived in the shoes of someone who's melanated, don't assume that what that person experienced was not an act of racism. That's all I have to say to that, because it seems like oftentimes non-melanated people seem to assume that we actually enjoy recognizing racism. And I'm here to tell you we don't enjoy it. In a perfect world, we really don't want to have to deal with it. But the reality is we do deal with it. All right? If there's ever a time when I bring up my own personal stories and experiences, I'm not embellishing. All right? I live in this skin. So when I speak on it, I'm speaking on it from a factual standpoint. But any event, let me not go on a rant. This is about Gillie. So let's let Gillie go and share with us all his experience whilst banking while black. Let's go.
Yeah, see, I got that little one funky ass account over there, man. I don't f with y'all like that. But Chase Bank, man.
Real quick, shout out to Chase Bank, and I'm being extremely sarcastic because Banking While Black 1, if I'm not mistaken, that black doctor, that female doctor, she was trying to open an account with Chase Bank, but Chase somewhere, I want to say Houston, if I'm not mistaken. But in any event, hopefully you all stick around to the end of this video, because at the end of this video, I'm going to also tie in Banking While Black 1. And when I do, at some point in time, record Banking While Black 3, I'll do the same. At the end of that, I'll post Gillie the Kid, his episode. But let's get back to it.
Just always get reminders. You just a boy. No matter what type of work you put in out here. No matter you look out for black people, white people, motherfucking Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. No matter you look out for everybody. You a boy. You ever stop thinking you more than just a boy? I understand was shit crazy out here, man. The lady told me she can't cash a check for me because there ain't enough money in the bank. But Then a black dude walk out and say, Gillie, give me the check, and cash the fucking check at the same bank that it wasn't enough money at. Yeah, I'm on fucking fire. I ain't gonna lie, man. Because I knew what, you know why I'm on fire? Because look at me, right? When I walk in places, man, they be thinking I'm a young nigga, man. Look at me, man. That bitch gonna sit there and look at that motherfucking check, man, for 2 minutes. That bitch was trying to find something that bitch staring at the bitch. What is you looking at that check for, bitch? What's wrong with you, man? You sitting there staring at a motherfucking check for 2 minutes, man. And then finally gonna say, oh yeah, I can't cash this. I didn't even look at the amount. You little dirty dog mouth bitch.
They're not bad, and I put the sugar up.
Dog mouth bitch. Bitches ain't shit, man. Dog mouth bitch. Tell me it ain't enough money in the bank. I definitely wouldn't bank with you. Ain't even got no money in the bank. You talking about? You act like I came in there. I'm taking out 60,000 or something. I just hate that shit, man. Because for me, I don't give a what color you is. I fired some and hired some white. I don't give a what color you are. Do you want to work? Is you accountable? Then it's just that simple. I said, what you mean ain't no money in the bank? She said, you can go to Jersey. She see my ID, right? And I got my license is a Jersey license. So the bitch just figured I was from Jersey. So the bitch said, I mean, you can go to Jersey and cash it from where you're from. Bitch, I'm from Philly. Bitch, I'm the king of this motherfucker. The fuck is you talking about? Bitch, I can go to Jersey where I'm from, bitch. The fuck you talking about? I can go to Jersey. You can go to Jersey.
I wish I had more context to this story. Was she a regular teller? Was she a supervisor? Because he does explain that a black male took the check and was able to cash it, despite what she was initially saying. But I'd like to have more context. But let's continue.
Bitch, where you was born and raised, huh? You fresh off a plane from Europe, bitch? You mean? Hey, somebody in this bank know me. The motherfucking security guard, your brand new ass just came here off a fucking 747 jet from motherfucking Europe, bitch. You got the game fucked up. You gonna cash this motherfucking check right here. So I can go to fucking Jersey where I'm from. Oh, bitch, I'm from Jersey, huh? Oh, bitch, I live in Jersey. Bitch, ain't no suburbs in Philly, bitch. What's wrong with you? I come out the house, be camped outside my motherfucking house, bitch, like it's a fucking camping trip. You talking about? You go to Jersey, where you from? Bitch, gonna send me over the bridge. Bitch, I'm a bitch. Dog mouth motherfucker talking about you can go to Jersey. No, I bet you cash this motherfucker right here. You talking about this? She sat there bad as shit. That black boy cashed that check. You talking about? Bitch, you can go back to Europe. Where the you from? Go work at the motherfucking National Bank of Europe. The you talking about? Ain't no fucking money in the bank. 2 seconds later. Have a nice day, Gillie. got me man. Why gotta get treated like this, bro? I pay all this money in taxes, man. Get treated like this, man. For no reason. All I'm trying to do is cash out. But yeah, but then at the shit at the bank when I'm trying to send a $100,000 wire, this motherfucker's gonna say, you know, because we be having a lot of fraud, bro. What the that got to do with me? They ain't got nothing to do with me, nigga. I don't want to hear about no fucking fraud y'all be having. You talking about? You disrespecting me. What's wrong with you? You tell a white man that we be having a lot of fraud. You tell Thomas Selecki when he come here to send out a motherfucking wire, you tell him some shit like that. So, but you gonna tell Nasir, you gonna tell him that, huh? Wrong with you? Money in my motherfucking account I'm trying to send out. You gonna tell me because we be having fraud. What the that got to do with me? You talking about, man? We be having a lot of fraud. You know what type of disrespect that is to a nigga like me, man? Is you indicating that I might be doing some fraud shit?
Was Gillie right for feeling the way he felt? I think he was right for feeling the way he felt, you know? Absolutely right for feeling the way he felt. But this is a constant reminder, and you know, there's times when I bring this up, and it's not because I'm trying to stay in, to dwell in negativity, but it's just a reality. You know, some of you there's a small percentage of you that out there watching this episode and might say, oh, I never experienced that. Well, maybe it depends on location where you're at. You know, if you were raised in a city atmosphere or a suburban atmosphere, but these things do exist. But the one thing that is for certain is that it doesn't matter how much money you make and you start to believe that you no longer will deal with racism. That's a misconception. You absolutely will still deal with racism at some point in time, and we could chalk it up to, you know, one of the things that Gillie may have mentioned. I don't know if it was in this video, but it has nothing to do with how you dress, because you could receive racism and Gillie could have been wearing a shirt and tie and a suit and it still wouldn't matter. He could have still been profiled and looked at as a possible scammer, you know. Now, are there some individuals from our community that do things like that? There's some individuals that do that, but not all of us. But this is why I always say, you know, the actions of some sometimes affects the lifestyle of many, unfortunately. But listen, this is a real thing, and as I mentioned before, I'm going to include Banking While Black Part 1 at the end of this video, so please tap on that video, and again, you're gonna hear the doctor's account of what she experienced with Chase Bank in Houston, and you're also going to hear my story about what I dealt with Wells Fargo. But as always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.